How's it going? Shannon Paul here, Paul Realty Group. Today, we're going to talk about unemployment. So let's get at it. All right, unemployment headlines right now are out of control. They're going through the roof because last Friday, the Bureau of Labor Statistics gave their updated report. Now, unemployment right now through the jobs report has been posted at 14.7%. Not good. Not good for our economy, not good for our American families that have lost their jobs. However, that pain, that hardship, as real as it is, it should not be understated. On the other end, the pandemic and its toll on the economy should not be overstated either. So out of all the headlines that you're reading that we're at the Great Depression and it's a total Armageddon, let's get clear on that. Let's get clear and clarify, not terrify. So I'm going to read you a quote to help us understand what's really going on right now. Now, the Wall Street Journal, they posted an article, and Josh Zumbrun, he's a national economist correspondent for the journal, said, news stories, they often describe the coronavirus-induced global economic downturn as the worst since the Great Depression. In comparison, this does more than terrify than to clarify. So even those representing the news, they understand the power of the media. They're just trying to get you to read it. They're just trying to get you to look at it. So they have these terrible headlines. Now, he goes on to explain that from 1929 to 1933, the economy shrank for 43 consecutive months. It's a very long time. The Great Depression was an extreme financial hardship on our economic system. He also talks about the unemployment climbed to 25% before its slow descent, and it remained above 10% of unemployment for an entire decade. So not only was the Great Depression deep, but it was vast, and we were in it for a long time. So this time, he goes on to say, many economists believe a rebound could begin early this year or next year. That means they're expecting that we're going to turn out of this quicker than the previous 2008 recession and the Great Depression, which were both financial reasons and economic slowdowns, not health crisis. So let's turn to this graph so you guys can see it, and let's talk about unemployment, and let's clarify, not terrify. So these larger bars up here, 23% to 20%, this is the Great Recession, or the Great Depression, 1932, they had 23%. Now, in comparison to right now, we're in a health crisis, and the health crisis is the reason for the unemployment, and it's a government partial shutdown, and they're doing it strategically. It's not because of a financial crash like we had in the past. They're predicting, Goldman Sachs is predicting that by next year, we should see an 8% unemployment, a 5% unemployment in the upcoming year, and then back to a 4% unemployment, which is what we're used to seeing typically pre-COVID. So I hope that these numbers help you understand the unemployment and the total Armageddon that's out there as far as the newsline and the headlines are concerned. And I hope that this clarifies and brings a little bit more peace than not. So the question you might be asking is, what makes this time so different? And I hope that I answered it a minute ago. This is not the structural collapse of the economy, but it's a planned shutdown to mitigate the virus, right? Here's a great quote that I wanted to read to you. From the Federal Reserve chairman, his name's Ben Bernanke. He's done a lot of research on the Depression in the 1930s. So here's what he says. The breakdown of the financial system was a major reason for both the Great Depression and the 2007-8-9 recession. He also went on to say that the banks are stronger now and much more capitalized, which we know because of all of the government funding and subsidies that we've been hearing about and receiving. Now, you go, okay, Shannon, that sounds good. Now, what about the families and the small businesses that are suffering right now? And you know what? My heart goes out, the whole nation's heart goes out to everybody impacted and affected by this. And it is very tragic. But what's good, the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, is that jobs report also said that the jobs, 90% of those jobs are temporary losses and that they should be coming back online as soon as layers of the economy continue to open as this pandemic we slowly creep out of. So that's really good news. Also, during the Great Depression, there was no government-sponsored unemployment or subsidies like I mentioned before. So those are the two reasons why it's different now, and how do we move forward coming out of this. Bottom line, what I want you to remember is the American families and the hardship to the businesses should not be understated. And the real pandemic toll on the American population also should not be overstated. So as you read those headlines, let's think for a moment, are they trying to capture my attention and teach me doom and gloom so I can stay afraid? Or can I read into this a little bit more and understand what's really happening in the economy? I hope that this gives you some peace and some feel good for your day today. And if you'd like some more information about what's happening in the economy and how they're impacting home values and home prices, please follow me, like or favorite or follow wherever you're seeing this information. Comment, tell me what you'd like me to make videos about, and know that I've got your back. I'm going to bring you the real information, not the information you want to hear or that you hope to hear. Usually I try and make it a positive spin, and we're all in this together, So like me, share me, comment, let's connect, let's chat, and God willing, we're going to get through this quickly. And I love you guys. I'll see you soon. From my house to yours, we're in this together. Bye.